Shalom, beautiful people. Look, I know it's dark in here. I know it's dark in here. I do apologize. But I was just about to pull some cards on a topic. I was asking a question I wanted to talk about. And I was told to turn on this thing. So here we are. I hope you all are doing well. I really pray for the collective's peace at this time. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening, which was an energy that I did want to pull for. I actually wrote it down. Oh, I might have to grab it. It's basically the battle against tradition. I gotta grab it. I'm wearing my pajamas, so just bear with me. Okay. Flower pajamas. Yeah. I'm telling you, I was not ready. I actually caught an attitude when I was told to come out here. I really did. Gotta stop that. I still came though. That's a whole thing. You catch an attitude, but you still go. Okay. It's the war on tradition is a war on self-governance. Oh, we're going to talk about this right now. We're going to try and break this down. This is why we're here. Okay. So I'm going to say that again. We're actually going to break this down together, apparently. So it's the war on tradition is a war on self-governance. Because there is a war on tradition right now. I'm on the micro and on the macro. It's very easy to see on the macro. It's kind of harder to see when you have to apply this to the self, which is why I wanted to break it down, because I have been getting messages for about a week about the breakdown of tradition within myself, and me kind of rummaging that energy to figure out exactly what angle I should be looking at it, right? And then everything happened a couple days ago, and now there's a war on tradition that is being displayed on the macro. So this is a real energy that we're dealing with right now, collective. The way that I'm seeing this is like, to break it down to the bloodline and think about, like, critically sit down and think about, like, really deeply think about this, right? Within the bloodline, what type of history do you have with the energy of tradition, right? Because for a lot of history, this breaks down into and this is how I got it too, with the emperor. It breaks down to basically the people having to adapt on a whim to the belief system of rulership, tradition. And people, and historically speaking, people getting, murdered decimated. People were decimated for ideas in tradition, religious tradition. A lot of it, religious tradition, right? That's within our bloodline. So we have to be able to take the time to really dig deep in that energy right now. I feel like this is what a lot of people are being called to do. We have to do this, and there has to be a collective, individual decision-making process that happens, that we are going to heal this energy. We're going to work through this energy. We are going to address this energy. We're not going to run. We have the opportunity right now. We are being faced with a karmic cycle that happens on the micro. If it happens in the macro, it's happening in the micro. So if there is a war that's happening within yourself involving this energy of tradition and how we adapt, but stay grounded at the same time, rooted in something, right? You know, people would go into these small villages, into these communities of people, and be astonished that, one, they didn't believe what they believed, and two, that they weren't just so open to rearranging everything that their society, their culture is based off of for somebody else's from somewhere. You're on our land. What do you mean? Do you get what I mean? Like, how arrogant are you? Like, this is honestly, the ancestors moving through the energy right now. Like, this is their attitude about it. Like, how dare you? Who are you? I'm sorry. Last time I checked, this is where I'm from. Who the fuck are you? Like, what? You see what I mean, though? Okay, we gotta we have to break this energy down. This is weird. You guys, this is kind of weird because I would normally just be doing this myself. Like, when I tend to break down energy, when I'm doing my self-divination, this is how I break it down to myself. I have to say things out loud. I have to say things out loud because things sound different when you say it out loud. You can have this idea, this mentality, this way of perception on something, and it sounds amazing in your head, but you've never actually spoke on that thing. And then sometimes when you speak on that thing, you hear it and you're like, no, that actually doesn't sound right. How do I look at it from a different angle? You see? I think that's a way of balancing too, right? You're balancing the mind with the physical. Your mouth is a part of the physical aspect of self, of the soul, right? Expression, right? This is how your soul gets to express itself. How did we get here? You ever do that? You're in the middle of, okay. But you know what I mean? Yes. Spirit, I love you so much. We haven't prayed. Spirit, the Most High, we love you so much. I am so incredibly grateful for being utilized as a humble vessel. And I humbly pray that the messages that I am delivering, I pray that they are reaching, that they are teaching, they are transmuting. Like, straight up. I pray for the collective's peace. I pray that whoever needs to receive this message at this time, that they receive it. Moment. Sorry. whatever space they're in. Ashe. 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 Alright, so let's get back to the war on tradition. Is a war on self-governance. Okay. Actually, I'm going to switch decks. First card out is Six of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. And the Emperor. Yo. This is literally how the spread has been showing up for me, man. Six of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor with the fucking Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. She's out here. She's just the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. You know, I personally was going through the energy of the King of Swords for a good month, if not more. And now the Queen of Pentacles seems to be very present. Very present. Okay, so we have Six of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor. The war on tradition is a war on self-governance. I keep hearing allowance. In the way of control, right? Like this Emperor to me is just, he's, the thing is, he has many faces. Like when I look at this card, like I'm seeing many different men's faces. It's not just the singular character on the card, because this character can transmute into something different. Does that make sense? So this character is just, you know, like a blip, but this character takes on many different forms. And whatever form this character takes on, the ripple effect of that character bleeds into society. And whether you are going to, as an individual, survive or not, it's like, how adaptable are you? I hope that this is making sense. I feel like we already touched on this, you know. This is when I was saying that whoever was in charge, you know, whatever their belief system was, is what was expected of society's belief system to be as well. Like, that is a very, very deep-rooted wound within the bloodline when it comes to especially religious tradition. Because, man, I'm just saying, y'all can be fucking vicious. Like, y'all can be vicious, man. And it's not okay, first of all. It's not okay. Who are you to say? Like, if somebody's literally not hurting anybody, they're just living their life, who are you to tell them how it is that they should be living their life? What it is that their belief systems should be? How it is that their household should run? Like, whose business is it of yours? I I'm pretty sure that's none of your fucking business. And who said that you have the right? How entitled are you to have the right to know or even barge into my home? You think that you have the right to do that based off of what? This is what religion did for, you know, people within my bloodline at least. You know, it happened within everybody's bloodline. This is how it's like how the migration of society works, in a sense, or has been working. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Why does it have to be that way? Why do I have to believe what you believe? Mind your own fucking business. Like, how? Why do I have to believe what you believe? Okay, we need to get off this energy because I feel like I'm just venting. I really do. I feel like I'm just venting right now, which is probably what the ancestors need to do. Ace of Air, truth. Ace of Air, clarifying the Six of Wands. There is so much healing that comes from asking this question and digging deep and doing the work with your individual bloodline. This is ancestral healing. This is what we talk about. We have to do it now, or we are on the verge of committing the same fucking atrocities that we do to each other every fucking how many years, man. It doesn't have to be that way. Just because it is right now doesn't mean that it has to be moving forward. We as the collective have to make the individual decision to say, I'm going to ask this question. All you're doing is sitting down and deeply thinking about this question and what it means to you as the individual and how you see it playing out, not just within self, but within what is going on around you. What is going on around you acts as the confirmation that this type of work and this type of question should be asked of the collective right now, right? It's not easy. For some of you, it will take a lot of courage, straight up. Because doing this type of work forces you to look into the mirror, to ask yourself, who am I in this energy? Like, this is a new awareness that's being brought, like completely new awareness that's being brought to the collective right now. This is evolutionary shit, man. This is the evolution of consciousness. And I've always said the Most High is a consciousness that evolves through the individual experiences and choices. That's why free will is actually a thing, right? The fuck? People want to say free. Yo, everybody has a choice. Everybody has a choice. Oh, shit. So we have Seven of Pentacles, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. We have Six of Earth and the King of Earth. So Six of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is, I just heard lack mentality. This is really, I heard the groundwork to opening up and being able to experience a whole new type of abundance on this dimension. And this dimension is transmuting into a higher dimension, hopefully, if we can keep it. That's why it's fighting back so hard right now. Because we are like at the fucking, you know, when you get to the top of the mountain. I always talk about this, man. When you get to the top of the mountain, and you have a totally new perspective. I just keep on picturing like this you know, the rock that the man pushes up the side of the mountain, and then once it gets to the top, then it easily rolls back down. Like the ripple effect of initiating this type of work right now. To me, that's the analogy of this, of these these 3 cards, right? I keep hearing calling on the ancestors, like, okay, collective. So here's the thing. You know, I know some people just like strictly work with certain energies and not others. For me personally, I don't know why we need to talk about this, but for me personally, I always pray to the Most High above everything and anything. Because my belief is that it is the Most High and then me as the individual. My direct connection to the Most High means that there is no other energy that I should go to above the Most High or before the Most High. Does that make sense? That means that I do not praise false idols. I don't believe in that energy, and I don't do it. I don't understand it, to be honest with you. But whatever you want to do, okay? The reason why I'm saying that is also when you're doing ancestral type of work and you're working with different energies to move through stuff like this, you have to understand that some energies, like this is, like I said, this is a whole new like revelation within the consciousness, within the ancestors. Like you're the one to come to this revelation. And so you have energies that are stuck in what it is that you are trying not to repeat. You have energies that are still within the energy that you're trying to transmute out of, and they can be very loud. This is why I always pray to the Most High first. The Most High makes it clear for me personally. Somebody needs to hear this, and it comes to you're starting. This is a huge side note. You're starting into this realm, okay? And things just seem very loud. I kind of talked about loud noises we spoke about loud noises in the last video. So if you need to look at that, I would look at that. But I'm just picking up that be mindful of who you are praying to above all else. Just be very mindful of that, of who you give that energy to. Okay, just that's a huge side note. Completely sidetracked. Okay, but that's that. Now we're moving on to the Emperor. Sorry, guys, bear with me. 2 of Fire, which is 2 of Wands. Look, on the bottom it says, you've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. So this transmutation of the relationship, the root energy that we have with tradition right now, we're transmuting that energy. Collective, congratulations. This is really exciting. It can be really exciting. It's very serious work, but it can be very exciting, right? Like nobody said this was light work. I love that line. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. Okay, King of Air and 10 of Earth. I was just talking about the King of Swords. Look at him show up. Look at him come out, though. He's like, I heard you. I heard you. I just got really hot. Like, there's so much fire energy that I'm feeling right now. This is like, I keep on seeing controlled fires. You know when the Park Service does controlled fires because it actually helps with the nutrients within the soil, and it helps regrowth and all the things. I keep seeing that, and to me, it's like it's your inner world. Like there's a whole, like, this needs to go. Like this needs to be cleansed. I heard cleansed. For some, purged. This needs both shit. Transmutation does involve both of those energies. Cleansing and purging. Like, to me, they're not the same. They equal each other out. Right? So this is happening internal, and it's honestly like, okay, that's funny. Have you ever seen the movie Pixels? So Pixels is whatever. In the movie, so I keep on, the reason why I brought it up is I keep on seeing like this, it's like a gray blue, and it's going like this, but it's pixelated, and there's a fire that's going down it, and to me, it's like a symbol of DNA for some reason. That's how I'm seeing it. Like that's what's happening to the DNA. The DNA is getting cleansed and purged. Like, and it's transmuting, it's rebuilding itself into something more glorious. Glorious, darling. It's at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. The Emperor. Come on now. Come on now. Stop it. The Emperor, the Hermit, and the Lovers. Come on. The relationship of tradition with the self and society as a whole, and how we operate, the choices that we make. This is all being. I love this. You know what? I think I'm going to end this here. It's not that long of a video. It could be a very long video, but me personally, I kind of checked out for a little bit. So I'm not 100% positive. I need to rewatch the video, okay? So I'm going to be watching this with you guys. So yeah, I think that right now that energy can be digested, and we may come back and break it down further. Who knows? But these are the initial questions on the work that needs to be done right now, collective. I love you guys. You can do this. Just honestly, take 5 minutes and freehand about it if you need to. Or just sit there and think about it. Like, really, you know, where is your ancestry from? Like, how does that relate? Even if you don't know where your ancestry is from, you can meditate on this shit, and you will see. They will show you, I promise you. They will show you. I promise you. Okay? I love you guys. It's late. It's my bedtime. I will see you soon, okay?